So if you guys are not aware, Girls Frontline 2 recently released the beta version. Anyone can play it actually. However, it got review bomb. I know sometimes like these kind of things fluctuate a little bit because I checked the 1-star review and it's like it's been steadily improving. So the Bilibili page for the review for the game is nothing but negative review. The top most voted review is 1-star review, complain about the slow gameplay, the bad gacha, and surprisingly the most they hate the direction of the narrative. They are complaining about the stories, show T-Doll have hints of relationships with another male NPC. So it got review bomb because of that. Because of some NTR. Wow. Okay, let's read some of this and see what do they have to say. Usually in the beta test page where the rating sits at 3.3 out of 10. Okay, let's have a look. So this is the beta test page 3.3. Okay, so the one that I am at is not the beta test page. So the beta test page you can see is 3.3 stars. Is 3.3 out of 5 or out of 10? Or maybe it is out of 10. So you can tell there's a lot of 1-star review. You can tell, right? This is based on this. Like majority of the review is like 1 star. You can see 1 star has the most, the highest. There's a lot of this. I'm going to read some of this for sure, right? We're going to try to dissect into this. But let's first have a look at what people have to say. The part where they are obvious troll thinking the game is dead or alive because of the review bombing and other gems. What is this? It's time to face reality. The game is not doing so well financially. Hopefully people saw its revenue sources. I made a post before saying Girls Frontline 2 is going to fail, but no one believed me. And now we are looking at the state of the currently Girls Frontline game and it's doing so horribly right now. 700k revenue is basically dead for a gacha. Mika made a huge mistake with Girls Frontline 2. It should have been an action shooter. People in China don't want to play a turn-based game anymore. Damn. Damn. Is it true though? XCOM format is not appealing to a wider audience. That is fair, I think. That's kind of fair. There's a reason why XCOM is not super, wide known as well. They have the character model resources to make it FPS shooter competing with Snowbreak. Maybe they do. Alright, so that's one thing. Snowbreak is alone in that segment and is still failing. Making a boring third-person shooter will only get you so far. That is also true. I don't think that's the issue with the genre. I think it's more of the issue with the game. I don't think it's the... Snowbreak failed me on production value, otherwise I'll still be playing. Snowbreak haters has risen up. Alright. You prefer turn-based on GFL2 rather than HSR? Yeah, I wouldn't mind if it's turn-based, right? I actually wouldn't mind. But XCOM is not too bad either. Based on what I see, the gameplay is not... It doesn't seem that bad, right? So, review bomb in a nutshell. So these are the 3 main criteria of why this is happening. So not enough currency for polls. This is always going to be the first thing that people are going to complain about. It doesn't matter from China, from Korea, for Japan. Maybe Japan is a bit different, right? But I always see this, like, especially for a lot of people that play gacha game, they want to be able to do a lot of polls. And of course I do understand it, but again, this is beta. There's that. So obviously it's going to be something that we gotta see how it is later on once the official release and stuff. Obviously not enough polls for beta is going to lead to a lot of people not liking the game and thinking that that's going to be the final gems count, or that's the final say so of the release. Is going to be like that as well, but that's usually not the case, right? One character story they hated, I think that's the NTR one. Uninstall bug, I talk about this on a separate video on my other channel, right? But we have been talking about this. There's basically, if you guys are out of the loop, there's an uninstall bug where if you uninstall using the feature built into the game, it will basically delete everything in the hard disk that you installed the game at. So unless you put it in a separate like subdirectory or a folder, it basically deletes everything there, and a lot of people were complaining about that. It was quite a huge issue, but I think they were able to patch it quite quickly, within 1 or 2 days, right? But yeah, that's the thing that affects everything. Datamine shows waifu interacting with a male NPC. Players proceed to riot. Huh. So it could be just a datamine for now, but we'll see, right? They didn't even talk in person, just receive a mail saying how her music performance saved him and snapped him back to his senses, preventing a terror attack that he was planning. Okay. Okay, very interesting. So this is one of the things that people were complaining about, surprisingly. So what else is there? Just a law thing. What does the MC has personality and voice? Okay. Gameplay. I mean, we have seen the gameplay for Girls Frontline 2 multiple times, but yeah, we can watch this for the bosses. This is going to be a specific boss fight, right? Okay, let's have a look. So that's a boss. Okay. I can see why people would find this boring, right? And also I can see why, like, look at the models of the characters. The model of the characters is very good. So I can see why people get very upset because you're not looking at them all the time. Usually they will be like, you're looking at the zoom out version of them. But I actually don't mind this kind of gameplay style, right? It looks kind of decent. But yeah, this is the gameplay, by the way. If you guys are not aware of Girls Frontline 2 gameplay. It doesn't seem that bad, but again, it's not necessarily about the gameplay. It could be, you know. Now I'm trying to think in the long term, right? Like, think about it. Like right now, it looks interesting for sure, right? You can look at something at first glance and will be like, okay, this is going to be very interesting, and I like it because no other gacha have this. But if you think in the long run, like, you always need to think in the long run, right? Try to think, if you're going to play this game for at least 6 months down the road, is there a way to sweep? Or I don't think I would want to play this style like every single day. So it really depends on the core fundamental aspects of the game, like how they can provide quality of life, etc, etc. It's not just about the system itself, right? It's hard to just gauge from the gameplay itself. I don't think I would hate the gameplay, but if you ask me to do this every single day in a lot of stages and you know, throughout for multiple months, I don't think I would like it that much as well. So hopefully there's not too much of a grind, right? Looks good, but what about the repeat ability? Yeah, that's something that we have to find out in the long run, right? Because that's always something that we have to consider, like always in the aspect of a long run for any gachas. So let's see what else do people have to say here. Farming stages has sweeps. Oh, okay, so farming stages has sweeps, that's good. Farming stages has sweeps, that's always good, right? Animation skip in setting, alright. That's also good. 6 minutes. Wait until HQ defense or facility rate, that took 1 hour. Okay, so apparently there's a game mode that can take 1 hour in the game. That's that sounds really long. Okay. Let's see. People in this thread just mostly focus on NTR to shit on Chinese players and try to defend Girls Frontline 2, not realize that the game has actual problems. Okay. Okay, let's see then. This guy wrote an essay. Look at this. 22 upvotes, alright? Let's see. What is the problem? So, this is the stingiest beta test I have ever played. Wow. This guy plays so many gachas. This is stingiest so far. Mika doesn't send any pools currency for players to experience as of now. There are only 12 dolls, okay, in the beta. 4 of them are welfare, and after 50 or 60 rolls, I only managed to get 2 new dolls. Okay, 1 SR and 1 SSR. The SSR is from the guaranteed banner. The rest are just purple weapons. The gacha is pretty much 1-to-1 to Gan Shin. Even the same 0.6% SSR rate, just reduce the PT to 70. Alright, imagine Genshin's PT, 0.6% to get a highest rarity character, right? But PT, alright, is at 70 instead of 90, is it? Alright. The gameplay is like what you said, it's not like an XCOM at all, other than the movement. I was really shocked when the tutorial showed me that there are elemental matching in this game. Hit rate doesn't exist anymore. In its place now is the poise system. When you are hit in cover or not, your poise reduces. When your poise is 0, you cannot use cover anymore, and any attack on you is the same as flanking. If you match the right element when attacking the enemy, will receive 2 extra points of poise. There are some problems with the system for me. Units still lose poise while outside of the cover. Tanks don't seem to have aggro mechanics. Okay, that's tough, right? Limited ways to recover broken poise. I also don't like the cover system. XCOM has full cover and half cover. The distinction is pretty much gone in GFL 2. So if you don't flank or break the poise, you cannot really attack the enemies at all. I haven't played XCOM for so long, so I don't remember if shooting enemies from diagonal direction in that game is as painful as in Girls Frontline 2. There are some other problems that I've seen people complaining since the last CBT and still seem to exist in this OBT. Right, the gear system, which is said to have more RNG than Genshin. Apparently they have elemental affinity. Main story is dull and boring. PvP, dupes increase unit power level too much. Okay, the game is going to release in CN this October. I don't think they can fix everything. It's a visually stunning game with good 3D model and the movement. The best in this gacha sphere emo, but I don't see a bright future for it to compete with other top gachas. Damn! Artifact, NTR, poise system. Wow. Wow, this is insane, guys. This is actually insane. What do you guys think? Okay, let's hear it from the Chinese players, alright? Okay, let me Google translate this. We're gonna see what they have to say. Ooh, there's a lot of things to read. I couldn't get a 10 company game after playing for almost 3 hours. I thought after the event at level 15, the mailbox would give me some benefits. I think he's trying to say he couldn't get a high rarity character. Who knew that the mailbox would not give me anything other than the 300 miles? Your game test is the stingiest game I've ever seen. Upgrading to level 15 forces you to complete a level of boundary advancement that takes a long time. The official has worked very hard to test the bottom line of players. The score is already 4.9, come on, it is over 4. Your game is booming. It turns out that there are no benefits. Okay. Brothers, just let me say a few words about this game. It is very tiring, with few benefits. I think few benefits mean they're trying to say very few rewards, right? It's a beta? Yeah. I mean, they are saying that this is the stingiest beta, right? Like some beta is like generous, they give you more pools for you to be able to test characters, but I guess, you know, maybe it is a stingiest, I don't know, but like, yeah, that's what people are saying, right? Few rewards, low probability, nothing in the mailbox. CH does not treat players as human being. After playing for 3 hours, I can only say that my eyes are so blue that I'm going blind. Oh my god. Okay. Now that I've watched your game, I'm really a bit confused about the benefits. Welfare has been blasted by others. You can do it even in a test server. This is the first company to do such a stingy thing. Everyone has an empty fuel tank. Okay, then they're not even complaining about currency. They are saying they don't even have stamina, alright? They don't even have enough stamina to play the game, is it? How can it be installed? Is it the ashes of Yu Zhong who lost weight? In terms of gameplay, your gameplay is not attractive to most people. I heard that the mechanics of the war chess game have also deleted many of the unique gameplay and mechanisms of war chess. Okay. The novice guide is stinky and long. I assume that's the beginner's guide, right? Like the beginner's tutorial and stuff. You can't skip the CG. Okay, that's something that I hear a lot. People say you cannot skip the CG. So that means if you're trying to re-roll, if you're trying to, you know, try to make a new account, you have to watch the CG, and I think it's quite long. From what I heard, it's like 15 minutes plus. I feel distressed when I look at the currency's growth rate. If you add 5 to 10, do you want to learn original theology? How about a battle flag from your game? My mailbox is cleaner than my face. Are you kidding me? You don't even adjust the lottery probability. It's boring. Who can continue to play? Okay, everybody is complaining about the same thing. This is crazy. Japanese developers need to step up their games. I don't hate and I don't cry. My tears have long since dried up. Let's ignore the worker uncle in the name of China's active rifle. Try to influence and sympathize with the terrorist. I won't say more about the ingredients. When Mika wanted to group MP41 and passerby NPC into CP, I didn't say anything. I think it's complaining about the story. I can't understand this one. Like Google Translate can't really translate super well. I hope everyone will advise you to destroy your account after this. I've seen some people being a bit extreme these days. The game is just a game. If you really destroy your account, it will really be wasted money for Yu Zhong. I see Yu Zhong making money. It's more uncomfortable than me losing money. Huh. Okay, there's a lot of 1-star reviews, right? Okay, this is looks like a genuine review. After playing it for a few hours, I came to a conclusion. Gameplay is poor, the art is good, the numerical values are terrible. The last game was stingy with and almost killed myself was called Back to the Future 1999. No, Reverse 1999 was bad? The last game that was stingy and almost killed myself was called Reverse 1999. I think that's the one. In fact, it is better than you. It doesn't cost you at least 90 stones a day and one game every 2 days. The benefits of pumping, opening the server and closed beta are still good. And the probability is also acceptable. Okay, Reverse 1999 did get a bit of backlash in CN as well during the beta. They improve it when they release. Something about them being very stingy as well. So I remember that as well. It was one of the few cases that happens. But yeah, you can see overall, the CN players are not too happy with the currently open beta test, right? Hopefully, you know, it's not officially released yet. Hopefully they will, you know, they still have time to improve upon the game. So this is going to be Girls Frontline 2. I'll link you guys this video if you guys want to watch this one. This is for the boss battle. But yeah, Girls Frontline 2. I wish the best for this game to succeed. Hopefully this is going to be Mika's next game, right? I am very excited for this game for sure. But hey, you know what? They gotta improve, man. They gotta take the feedback, everything into consideration.